Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Baylor Bears, taking on another team from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Baylor Bears offense will get the first swing of the game. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yes, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. When you're coming.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
Oh, that's throw the ball down the field.
Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
This is a team that believes they're way better than what their record indicates. I know they've got a losing record coming into this one, but they felt like they could make some plays early in this one.
I'm still running with the Patriots, man. You still have home court advantage. Last game, they was winning the entire game until the 4th quarter, and then Cat played like the big bodega that he was supposed to, that saved their season. But if you ask me, I'm doubling down on the Knicks. I think those guys will come back and put them away.
So you're able to put them away. You're going Pacers.
I'm going Pacers
To win the series. So Marcus, the question is, do you double down on his opinion and go Pacers as well?
No. The Knicks are 6-1 on the road. I think that they can possibly get this game 4 and go back to New York. They have a chance to win the series.
Did you disagree just because he said it? That's just the way brothers are, right?
Nah.
You literally just disagreeing because he said it.
You know what? I've seen some flaws in Indiana. It's definitely going to be hard to come back after such an emotional roller coaster of a game. I think it's in the Knicks' favor to come back and win the series.
All right, let's do the West. Marcus, I'll start with you this time. We got the Timberwolves with a big blowout win that sort of kept that thing alive. We have Game 4 on ESPN tonight. Who's going to win the West, OKC or Minnesota?
I'm staying with the Wolves. What I see from
Just how good they are. Phenomenal job on defense. On the opening drive, getting the pick, and now setting the offense up here early with great field position.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. At the 45 on his way. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
First to play, holding,
Look out, there he
and a
goes.
fucking touchdown.
Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one.
Because he is a once-in-a-generational type talent. I think it's a lot about off-season conditioning. You know, obviously, he plays a ton of basketball in off-season. What will his body look like when October gets here? Right? This is May 26th. Great start. But when October gets here, when training camp gets here, will we see this same version of Luka? You know, when you've been a pro since you've been 14 years old, and, you know, the more pros we talk about this, it's easy to fall into habits, especially when you're as gifted.
On first down, here comes this offense. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Offense set on first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse. You see them making this quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Wide receiver shows motion. Handoff from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Bears are in the hurry up. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
Pushed it on, baby.
They intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bama! A great.
Too much on the big. When you have Luka and Bryant, you think about it.
I know where J-Lo.
ain't balling out right here.
The fact that we have LeBron and Luka with the right pieces, yes, they can win a world championship.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, we'll just continue to watch his Instagram feed and see if he posts any other photos, and we will judge them as soon as we see them. Let's do Get Up and Go. This is brought to you by
Touchdown, and he returned for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's right on target. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on second down. Quick handoff. Got room at the 35. Running toward the tape. At the 20. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Bears!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by a field goal over NC State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys. And there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Corners are going to bail. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity.
He's loose. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive. You love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All all that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They're working that left side. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on third down. Instead, they're staring at 4.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
Running for it on 4th down. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage. Or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big first down.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the back. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together.
I can't hear you. Nah, why?
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Cause
back to pass, it's Whitaker. Looking for the score. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the 1st quarter on a high note to no avail. 2nd quarter's coming.
Is that something you think we will see more of tomorrow night in Game 4?
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Baylor Bears, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner is stopped. The Bears will have some work to do after that short return. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Baylor Bears, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Total leather and we'll get started. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. So Alabama's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
Complete to start this drive. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. DBs right up on the receivers. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. We got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And the try is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After missing that 53-yard field goal attempt, pretty good field position here. 1st and 10 from the 36. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Give to the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Some misdirection with the counter. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Steamrolls his way ahead. Hey, that's a live ball.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They'll go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for blocking. Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
To the air, it's Whitaker. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Off he goes. Inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He's got it on the run. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown tie.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting work. Touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by a field goal over NC State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off play action on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
defense were always trying to get some tips, you know, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
To the ground with the back. Nice move to keep running. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Dariuses when we play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Bears line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes that Alabama offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
You got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Dropping back, it's Whitaker. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack from this defense.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Safe completion on the screen. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The Bears headed quickly to the line. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And the Bears are on the move. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They're just making things harder now. It's first and 20. Motion from the offense. From the gun, the ground game. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. He's going to run it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Caught near the sideline, it's Delgado. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so... Offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Here's the handoff.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting on this block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try it over the left side. Nice move to pick up yardage. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bears!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 11 to NC State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking downfield, it's Whitaker. Unleashes one. He's got it. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds a man in the middle. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground with the 41. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Got his man on the right. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Getting some heat. On the run, still looking. Smashes through. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Looking deep. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The Bears moving quickly to the line. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, they'll take to the air. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a man. It's Whitaker. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been
And the pass is intercepted. They got him down. They're set up now at the 21-yard line. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got some room, entered the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They take the lead.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that one.
And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On On second down, he's looking downfield. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
He's looking to throw it. Coming after him. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. And here comes the offense on second down.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. The Bears are marching down the field. The pull and throw off the RPO. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
From the gun, give on the inside. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Will they get another big run? And if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Running back searching for a hole. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays. They're getting chunks of yardage.
Quarterback on the keeper. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Bears want to move quickly. After run, now throw. Steps away to find some room. With the catch, it's Delgado.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. The Bears brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the lone man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Wide out in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabs it in the middle. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got it past the marker. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Baylor! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. USC found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Coliseum. Fight on, and the men of Troy will do just that. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. When this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The 1st guy might miss, the 2nd guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting the tackle for loss.
He finds his man. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23 as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll throw it on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Whitaker. Going for it all. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
One of the areas they really... receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more place for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Put that hoe on a rope.
Before the end of the quarter. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. At the 35, he's open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're turning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
The Bears want to crank the tempo. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The give on fourth down. At the 35, he's loose. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. No huddle offense to the line. They'll put the tight end in motion. Give to the back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the grab over the middle. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. After that 5-yard loss, some work to do now to keep this drive humming at 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And that one's incomplete. Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. With jet sweep pass. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Dropping back, it's Whitaker. Got his man quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. They move the chains on the ground. Now another first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. He's got it on the right. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. Finds some fresh air. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has been threatening from inside the 10. A first down run in the red zone. Not much room. He gets 1 down to the 7. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown time. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they...
Looking for a huge play. He's got it on the right. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Bears come to the line in the hurry-up.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback will audible. After the incompletion, they go back up top. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the left. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Snap it to the back. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys with the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. At the 35, he's got room. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Put that hoe on the rope.